Close your eyes and imagine a racetrack with no barriers. No gravel traps, no runoff, just a ribbon of melting public asphalt lined by stone walls, telephone poles and dense pine forests. Today, the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps is universally loved, a majestic roller coaster sanctuary of pure speed nestled in the Belgian Ardennes. But the Spa we know today is a ghost of a far more terrifying monster. The original layout wasn't just fast, it was an active physiological war zone that forced drivers to question their own mortality for minutes at a time. This is the story of how a crude triangle of Belgian public roads became the ultimate test of mechanical endurance, how it was broken by a driver-led revolution, and how it evolved into the architectural masterpiece of modern motorsport. Welcome to VRD History, where we dive into the research and development that defined the icons of motorsport. In 1921, newspaper manager Jules de Teer and designer Henry Langlois van Opham realized that public highways connecting three Belgian towns formed a perfect high-speed triangle. From its very inception, Spa had one core mandate: be faster than any other track in Europe. In 1939, track organizers grew impatient with a slow, cumbersome U-turn at the bottom of the Eau Rouge Creek Valley called l'Ancienne Douane. To maximize average speeds, they simply bypassed it. They engineered a sweeping, brutal 15% gradient shortcut straight up the cliff face. They called it Le Raidillon de la Rouge, the steep path of red water, named after the iron-rich stream running beneath the asphalt. By eliminating the slow corner, Spa became an unbroken, terrifyingly fluid landscape of momentum, but it also set a trap. By the time the Formula One World Championship arrived in 1950, Spa-Francorchamps was a 14.1 kilometer colossus. Unlike modern circuits where drivers brake heavily, downshift and accelerate, Old Spa was driven almost entirely by the top of the foot. It required sustained, high-speed commitment at over 180 miles per hour. The apex of this danger was a section that haunted the paddock, the Masta Kink, positioned right in the middle of two blistering 2.4 kilometer straights. Cars entered this left-right chicane at absolute terminal velocity. There were no barriers, just the stone walls of local farmhouses inches from the tires. The breaking point came in 1960, one of the darkest weekends in motorsport history. During practice, Sterling Moss suffered a catastrophic axle failure at Bournonville, breaking both legs. In the race itself, young British driver Chris Bristow spun into a barbed wire fence. 5 laps later, Alan Stacey was struck in the face by a bird at high speed, losing control instantly. Both were killed within 25 minutes of each other. 6 years later, in 1966, a sudden Ardennes rainstorm caught the grid out. Jackie Stewart hydroplaned at the Masta Kink. He was trapped in the ruptured wreckage for 25 minutes, soaked in highly volatile aviation fuel, while teammates manually extricated him with borrowed tools. Stewart survived, and it sparked a revolution. He realized that the human cost of racing at Spa had become mathematically unsustainable. In 1969, leading the Grand Prix Drivers Association, Stewart demanded crucial safety upgrades. When the track owners refused, the drivers did the unthinkable. They boycotted. Formula One returned briefly in 1970 with makeshift barriers, but the writing was on the wall. The old public road circuit was simply too fast, too long to marshal, and too deadly. Spa was dropped from the calendar. To save the circuit, it had to completely be reimagined. In 1979, the Grand Transformation was unveiled. Architects surgically severed the track, creating a permanent closed-loop racing facility. By connecting Les Combes directly to Blanchimont via a new sweeping downhill section, they managed to preserve the terrifying soul of the track while bringing it into the modern safety era. The layout was cut in half to just under 7 kilometers, but it retained its status as the longest, most undulating track on the schedule. Let's look at the physics. As a modern F1 car bottoms out at Eau Rouge, the suspension completely compresses under immense vertical load. Then, as the driver steers blindly up the 15% gradient of Raidillon, the car reaches a crest where it instantly unweights. For a split second, the aerodynamic downforce is fighting a mechanical lift, testing the absolute limits of tire adhesion. Adding to the technical challenge is Spa's notorious microclimate. Because the circuit spans a vast area of the Ardennes Hills, it is common for the pit straight to be completely bone dry while a torrential downpour floods the back straight at Blanchimont. This forces teams into high-stakes tire strategy gambles that can alter a race in seconds. From the deadly public roads of the 1930s to the ultra-high downforce gladiator arena of today, Spa-Francorchamps remains the spiritual home of Grand Prix racing. It survived because it adapted, morphing from an untamed beast into a precision instrument of speed. If you want to see more deep dives into the engineering and history of motorsport's greatest legends, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments, what is your all-time favorite corner at Spa? Thanks for watching.